Hello, my lovely friends. How are you today? How are you truly? Let's take a little moment, just 1 minute, and just take a deep breath. Let it sink in. This moment is yours, no one else's. But first, if you are new here, hi, welcome. And if you've been here since the beginning, welcome back. Thank you for being here. My name is Sheila, and thank you for this conversation. So, I think let's do another deep breath because we don't take the minute for ourselves. We always rush. Even though we try to be intentional, there are times where the rushing it just happens naturally, and we're learning how to be a lot calmer. We're learning how to manage our nervous system, calm it down, secure it, make it feel safe. This is the path that I'm on, the journey that I'm on, and hopefully this can be the journey that you're on as well, as we come together in this beautiful community. But yeah, let's take another deep breath. This moment again is our own. Very small. We're going to inhale 5 and exhale 5 or longer. It just depends on how you feel. So here it goes. Back straight, actually. Sometimes I always forget. You can do this anyway, but I'm being more intentional to have my back somewhat straight because it seems as if there's more energy, in the breathing and your posture. You stand up straighter. It's more my logic, not facts. So do your research on that. Okay, enough rambling. Let's go. All right, let's do this. If you want to do that again, you can, but just know that this moment is yours. And if you can, even remind yourself to do this in the morning, at noon, and at night to start off with. It's more than enough. I think trying to put so much in our schedule, sometimes it just creates a little bit of anxiety, maybe, especially because we're not necessarily used to it. We're used to breathing, but we're not used to a structure. So now that we're forming a structure for our body, for our lifestyle, for the future, we need to calmly add on to these patterns. We need to just simply take baby steps, and it's okay, because in a span of a year, doing something that is a very minuscule, very tiny, will bloom in this. Your garden will bloom. That's all I'm going to say. And I know it. I feel it. I've had things that bloomed in a span of a year. It's just now I'm becoming more aware of the fact that it does happen. But what I have for you today is in the topic of long-term blooms, the preparation of it all. So here's what I have written, and if you know, I always write these down. I am learning to speak better, but I feel like my thoughts are better on paper, and then I communicate it with you, especially because English is not my first language. and I think in all of those languages, and it's all jumbled up in here. So excuse me in advance. So sorry in advance. So let's get to it because I feel like I've chatted too long and not gotten to the meat of it all. Okay. Show it. We're not going to cut this. You're going to see all of the mistakes that I make, and those mistakes are also beautiful. So you can judge if you want, but this is the journey where I am not going to shame my mistakes. So, showing up quietly changes everything. I have been thinking about how much power there is in showing up quietly and daily. Not announcing plans, not officially, not rushing outcomes, just doing the small things consistently. This season of my life isn't about big moves. It's more about building steadiness, creating habits that support the person I am becoming long term. My actions will start showing up in my path. Meaning, what I think I'm trying to, well, not what I think, what I mean is you will start seeing the vision through my actions. And I had an idea, like I wanted to talk about this more, but oh yeah, so creating my habits daily, I usually see, let's say 5 years down the line, who I want to be, like have a glimpse, like I may have a glimpse, and now I'm starting to be more aware of becoming present in my day-to-day, because sure, the 5-year goal is so daunting, 5-10 year goal is quite daunting, and that had created in the past burnout, that had created me trying to rush to do some things, and then creating gaps where I have seasons where I am super productive, and then seasons where I can't function. I know that some of you have gotten to that point as well, where you find the courage to do something and you do it fully, and it's beautiful, it's great, but then not preparing for some downtime, not preparing for some leisure, not preparing for time where you recover, that has affected me greatly, mentally, emotionally, physically. And this is what I'm learning to change, because yes, I see the vision for 5-10 years. Now let's slow down. Let's recenter. Me doing something every single day is going to help out. And even, okay, I'm going to give an example, and I know I'm rambling, and I see the timer is like already 8 minutes, but let's say for this journey, right? I was posting at the beginning of last year more so shorts. Like I was doing a lot of shorts, and I stopped because I was quite consistent. I was doing this quite often, and I did gain momentum. And then I got so tired that I literally burned out, because I was posting and I was trying to. I was not doing it where I allowed myself to recover, and now. But that was still good. I'm not shaming myself for doing that. But now I'm starting to get my daily habits in. Okay, setting time to relax after work and making this my non-negotiable, because I see that after work, after I'm drained, especially since I wake up at 4 a.m. and I finish work, I feel just drained. So having a nice meal and just resting, even if I just sleep at 7 p.m., I know it's quite early, but I know that this is my reboot, recharge for the next day. So this is what I've been doing. But yes, on the topic of YouTube, right? I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not seeing any improvement. I'm not seeing anything. But then YouTube has something on the YouTube creator thing where they share your progress for the year. And my progress for the year, I gained 50-ish friends, 50-ish new subscribers, and I hope that we're becoming friends because you're witnessing my changes. And that is not nothing. That is something. I mean, if 50 of you were here in my living room, it would be a party already. And it would also be like, oh, wow, 50 people have subscribed and are now, you know, they see something, even if it changes, even if you unsubscribe later, but 50 of you have dedicated yourself, 50 extra, because I had people in the previous years, and that's still good. That's more than enough. And I have to be mindful that, hey, this is something, this is progress. It may not be the progress we see and we envision, but we like it because we see the 5-year plan, we see the big goal, and we're like, I want it now. But then the daily steps are also something to be mindful of, or something to romance, as people say. So I am learning to romance these small steps. So to all of you that are subscribed and that have been following, thank you, because I know that your attention is the most important currency, is the most precious currency. So thank you for choosing me to listen as I ramble. But let's continue. See, I need to get back into it. Okay. I am learning that I don't need to explain my vision while it's forming. I just need to honor it. So today, I choose to show up again. I choose to show up again. Because with all that said, with all of this, I start to see the progress. And that's where also the momentum gets to, that's where I guess you, for me, you get the courage to keep going, because there are ways, there's sometimes where we listen to things where people started strong and then they give up. And it's also because we don't see the small progress. We can't justify that, it's not always tangible, but that boost that I saw in like the year long of growth, that is something that can keep me going for maybe another few months, and it's the same with finances, right? If you're starting small, you're trying to either save up or invest. Let's say you're putting your money in your high yield savings account, and you don't see anything yet, because one, it's only been a month and you're depositing stuff weekly. But listen, after 3 months, you're going to start to see the addition, and you're going to start to see the interest as well. So similar to if you go to if you invest in terms of dividends and stuff. I am not an accountant or anything remotely close to being qualified to talk about finances, but there are a lot of people that you can look up and they are very knowledgeable. Anyway, rambling, but this is the concept. It's like building this momentum and finding the small wins to keep you going. So I think that is very important for me. I realized it. It's like, oh wow, I need to keep this win and just like place it somewhere where I'm like, I did this and now I can keep going because it is valuable. Whoa, 15 minutes. Okay, let's go. Where was I? Okay, so today I choose to show up again. Not because I have it all figured out, but because my consistency will eventually create clarity. If you are in a quiet season too, you are not behind. You are not behind. Remind yourself this, you are not behind. You are preparing, you are gently improving on your discipline daily, even when it's imperfect. Quiet seasons are powerful. And that's it. That's all I have for you. I hope that maybe this is a little push, a little boost of what you need to move forward today. And I will see you tomorrow, I guess. And yeah, that's it. So at the end of every video, I try to put myself out there a little more. So, and it's not out of, and you have no obligation to this. It's just me showing up in every area of my life, in my work, in my personal self, but also in my business. So this is why I usually say, hey, now at the end of this video, if you care to take a look at the other things that I do make handmade products such as candles and soaps. I will put the link in the description down below. This has no obligation to you, but this is also me improving on my speech, improving on my becoming. So yeah, take a look. If it honors your space and who you are at this time of your life, and if you care to, after a long day, you enjoy having things that smell good, you want to dive in more into your self-care, light a candle, create your own rituals as I am building for myself, yes, this is for you. If it's not, that is more than okay. You are more than enough, and your presence here is more than enough. I hope that you remember that. And I will try to remind myself to say this in every video, because I feel that my goal is not to be salesy, but at the end of the day, it is to share, something that is very dear to me as well, alongside with the YouTube, alongside with building my consistency and documenting my life. Well, not my life, but documenting my thought process and eventually my life, maybe, or my growth, I would say. So yeah, this is why I care to share this. So yeah, I will put the link in the description, and the name of the store is Bees and Botany. So that's it, and I shall see you tomorrow. I said that already, but yes, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.